I am Sri D. M. Patil, Associate Professor in Zoology. Today, I am going to deliver a lecture on histology of mammalian salivary glands. As per the guidelines of NAG and due to lockdown by COVID, it is necessary to provide the videos concerned to several lectures for our students. So, as a matter of that, today I am going to deliver a lecture on histology of mammalian salivary gland. In association with the oral cavity, so there are several glands. They secrete the pivous hypotonic solution, the saliva. So there are several salivary glands. Smaller the salivary glands are they are situated in the inside the oral mucosa, and the larger of them are situated outside the oral cavity and connected with the internal ducts, and they secrete the secretions inside the mouth. So these salivary glands have duct systems. There are several duct systems. The ducts are the main excretory duct. The main excretory duct open inside the cavity, inside the oral cavity, that is mouth, and there are smaller ducts. They are connected with the glands. The smaller ducts that directly connect with the salivary glands are intercalated ducts. They are called intercalated ducts. So these intercalated ducts connect the alveoli. So there are the alveoli. The alveoli are of the mucus type and serous type. There are two types of alveoli: mucus type alveoli and the serous type alveoli. So alveoli have got the basket cells. There are basket cells. They secrete their secretions. There are the ducts. They connect alveoli and these intercalated ducts. So duct system is very important as far as the pouring of these secretions inside the mouth. So let us study about the different types of the salivary glands in man, the dog, monkeys and human beings. All are same. So this is the structure of so these are the structure of salivary glands. There are different types of salivary glands. They are the parotid glands, submandibular glands, and the sublingual glands. There are three types of salivary glands present in man, dog, as well as the other subhuman primates. The first one is the parotid gland, second one is submandibular gland, and third one is the sublingual gland. Next to the one. Sublingual gland. Next slide. So here the first one is the parotid gland. It is the largest of all the three salivary glands. So the parotid gland is the largest of all the three glands situated inside the oral cavity, and it is entirely made up of the serous type. So I already explained there are two types of glands: the serous gland, mucus gland, and there are mixed also. Mixed in the sense both the serous type of the epithelium as well as the mucus type of epithelium is present. That is called a mixed gland. It is totally of the serous type, and enclosed in the gland is enclosed. The parotid gland is enclosed in a capsule. Supported by the stroma. Enclosed inside a capsule, inside a fixed the capsule, and supported by the stroma. And the duct system already I have explained. The duct system is the intercalated ducts. Intercalated duct join the alveoli, and the secretions are poured inside the mouth. The duct opens inside the mouth. The duct opens inside the mouth opposite the second upper molar tooth. The duct of the parotid gland. Secretions from the alveoli, pass through the intercalated duct and comes to main excretory duct and opens inside the mouth on the in the mouth opposite the second upper molar teeth. So the secretions are poured inside the mouth through this the duct. The duct is called main excretory duct, and I already explained it is enclosed inside the thick cavity, the capsule supported by stroma. And second one is submandibular gland. So it is a mixed gland. Submandibular gland is a mixed gland having both a mucus and a serous type of epithelium, and formed by the stratified columnar epithelium. Formed by stratified columnar epithelium and enclosed in a capsule, connective tissue capsule supported by the stroma. So this gland opens beneath the tongue. The main duct, main excretory duct of the submandibular gland opens in the mouth. It opens and it pours its secretion inside the mouth beneath the tongue, and it is pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium. It is made up of pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium. It is mixed gland having both mucus and serous type of the cells. Next slide. So this is the sublingual gland, the third type of the gland, sublingual gland. It is also the mixed type of gland, and here the secretions are poured inside the mouth at the sides of the frenulum of the tongue. Secretions are poured at the side of the frenulum of the tongue. So it is having it is made up of pseudo-stratified epithelium, but the gland is not enclosed in a particular capsule. So the capsule is not present here. So it is free compared to other two glands, parotid and submandibular. They are enclosed in a connective tissue capsule, but this gland, sublingual gland, is not enclosed in a connective tissue capsule. It opens in the mouth at the sides of the frenulum of the tongue. Next. So this is about the brief introduction or explanation about the three types of the salivary glands found in the oral cavity of man, dogs, cats, and other animals. Now let us explain about, or coming to the point, the functions of the salivary gland. What is the role of the salivary glands associated with man? It produces a copious hypertonic saliva that keeps oral mucosa moist. To keep our mouth moist, it produces a copious fluid, hypertonic the saliva. So the saliva that is produced in the mouth plays an important role in digestion of several types of foods. And the second one, it provides a medium. It is a medium for lubrication and softening of food. At the time of chewing of the food, the tongue also plays an important role in mixing of the food with the saliva. The saliva plays an important role in mixing, softening and the lubrication of the food in the mouth, which will be swallowed. It consists of several enzymes, small quantities of enzymes like lipase, amylase, kallikrein, and other enzymes necessary for digestion of food, starting from the mouth itself. It also contains secretory immunoglobulin A. So immunoglobulins are very important for the maintenance of immunity of our body. Such a type of immunoglobulin A, is secreted in the saliva. It is present in the saliva. It is also a bactericidal compound, killing several bacteria that are entering our mouth through food as well as water. Therefore, the saliva also contains the immunoglobulin A. It determines the activity of both secretory alveoli and interlobular duct cells. So, salivary glands have got a duct system and alveoli. That is controlled by the activity of both these duct functioning of the duct as well as the alveoli is controlled by
the saliva. The activity is also determined by the quantity of saliva in the mouth. So this is about the salivary glands and their functions in human beings or in general mammals. Thank you.